Back once again. Y'all know what time it is. The motivator. Yeah. To go higher. Yeah. What's going on, Big D? What's going on, my brother Skates Ken? We just get up. We're going to have a hot show tonight. I'm glad y'all tuning in to the Razor Wire. We're going to be talking about proper leadership. Something that's definitely needed. What's going on now? Yeah. Welcome to the Razor Wire. This is your host, Ray, the motivator. And tonight, we're going to be talking about proper leadership. Proper leadership. I got my man, Big D, Big Daryl Stinson checking in. I'm looking forward to hearing your comments on tonight's broadcast. It's going to be something that's definitely going to be something that we all need to hear. And we're going to hear about leadership not just from a male perspective. We're going to hear it from a woman's perspective. So I'm waiting on my special guest to join us. But in the meantime and in between time, I hope that everybody's doing good. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're doing what it takes to take care of yourself, stay safe. They still got this quarantine going on, and I'm not going to harp on that, but, we do have people who are losing their lives to this virus, so please, by all means, be as safe as you possibly can when you're out there in the streets. Now, there she is, the person I've been waiting for. I'm going to bring her on in right now so we can go and get started. Even though we already started. But yeah. We're just waiting for the connect. But I'm glad y'all here.
Hey, how you doing, Ray?
I'm doing good. Ebony, how about yourself?
I'm doing good, doing good. A little tired. I just came in from working, but I'm good though.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hit you with a little intro music so we can get our vibe right.
Okay.
while you relax.
I know, right?
Yeah.
How you doing? How was your day?
My day was cool. It was sunny here, so that's always a plus.
Okay, that's good.
The weather was nice. Yeah. So
That's good. I see we
I
got
got
some
my
folks.
people out here. They waiting to hear from you. They all ears, but let me give you
I see.
let me give them a little introduction first. Uh, who I have on the razor wire tonight is definitely a soul sister, and and the reason why I have her on here is I've been watching her on Instagram, and I seen a post that she dropped, and it said, "If the man leads properly, the woman will submit naturally." And I've seen that post before, and I really want to dig into that and have a conversation about that and see what's the explanation from a woman's perspective on proper leadership. So her name is Ebony Griffin. She's from Indiana.
Yes.
And what else would you like to share about yourself?
Um, that I'm pretty much just a down to earth person. I speak from experience, from my own personal experience. I'm not ashamed of anything that I've overcame because I overcame it.
Okay.
And I feel like it's for us to share that, you know, to inspire others and to help others heal.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, I consider myself a healer, a community activist as well,
Hmm.
an art,
Okay. And I've
mother.
seen some of your art too. It's pretty hot. I like it.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to get my stuff out here and trying to step into my creation, not trying walking into my creation.
Yeah. Yeah. I like how you corrected that verbiage because it's important
Yeah,
that how we say things. Not I'm trying, but I am.
right. Exactly. That's exactly what it's about. Our words, um, is everything. Our words is our own personal magic.
Yes.
And people don't realize that. So I'm always mindful of how I speak about myself.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah, I'm gonna
Absolutely.
correct myself a lot.
That's right. That's right. What we speak, we manifest. We actually bring it into existence. The words that we speak out of our mouth. A lot of people don't
Indeed,
know how powerful they are, but just
indeed,
check what you're saying.
indeed, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So
Yes,
here we are. You ready? You ready to get into it?
yeah. Let's get into it. Let's get into the meat potatoes.
Mm-mm. The Instagram Live on the razor wire. Yeah, 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 yeah. So leadership, and we could talk about what leadership is, what it looks like, and from many different perspectives. But what I want to get to is what is it when a woman says, if a man leads properly, the woman will submit naturally. What does that mean? Where's that coming from?
Well, I can only speak about, my experience.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that, that is very vague, to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
because everybody thoughts on what a man leading is different, and that depends on, what type of woman she is,
Right.
you know. So for me personally, leadership, it starts within yourself, first of all. As a woman has to know who she is. She has to know what she wants in life, not just in life but who she is personally. She has to be able to stand and move within her power in order to reflect, the perfect manifestation of herself in a man form. you
Okay.
know um so for me, uh a man leading is uh a protector,
Okay.
somebody who knows himself,
Uh,
who can admit his faults, his errors, all about accountability and growth.
okay.
um and yeah, that's what leading to me is.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all about the look, and you got to have this type of income and this type of job, because a lot of folks can have a winning hand and fold,
Right.
because they don't know what to do with it because they're not ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
They
Now you
self
say
sabotage.
a man should know himself. What
Yeah,
could you elaborate on that a little bit?
I mean, you got to know who you are. You have to know your dark in order to come to your light. You know what I'm saying? You have to know your traumas. You have to know what your traumas is rooted in.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that type of stuff. You have to know yourself,
So
and you have to be able to overcome that. Because how could you say that you're ready to step over and be the head of a household
mm-hmm.
if you don't know really what you want to do with yourself, if you don't know what makes you happy, if you still trying to chase the Joneses, and you trying to keep up with everybody.
If you
You'll
trying to
never.
if you trying to grow up yourself.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know what? I'm not gonna say growing up because we're always growing up.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's something that we always doing in every thought. You get in your feelings about it.
Hmm.
Why? You know what I'm saying? Digging into that. Um, why certain things bother you. You know what I'm saying? Digging into that.
Right.
That's what shadow work is.
Understanding why
Understanding
do you
yourself.
act the way you act?
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Because
Understanding why you act the way you act.
some actions that we call leadership are improper. Just because you may
Right?
be in the position of authority or leadership doesn't make your leadership proper just because you hold the title.
Exactly. And you know what? That did you speak on titles? That's one thing that I don't go by. I hate titles. To a point to where people with titles feel entitled to
Hmm.
do certain. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, a title doesn't mean that you in that position to lead or you in that position to you even deserve to be in that position because sometimes you people just put you in positions that you don't need to be in.
Right.
So yeah, I'm seeing a question here, so I'm trying to see how to
Yeah, I just pushed the question. That's Daryl Stinson. He asking, if you don't
okay.
know yourself, how do you find yourself?
Wow.
And I know that's a deep question and that's broad, but I
It
know you can
is.
whittle it down a little bit.
Well, that looks different for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You cannot, and that's one thing. The type of person I am, I do not give folks. There is no step by step. You know what I'm saying? There's no step by step book on your own spirituality. That's your own path.
Hmm.
So whatever it is that creates peace for you, if that's taking a drive, if that's singing, if that's dancing, if that's going to the beach, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? That's how you start finding yourself. You have to get comfortable with being by yourself first. You have to get comfortable with your own thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And you have to allow your thoughts to come to you like the waves. And the ones that's good, you hold on to them. And the ones that's bad, you don't, you understand them. You dig deeper. Those are the shadow thoughts. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that's going to lead um, into a deeper you. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Into the you that needs to be worked on, that's going to lead to your growth. We can't skate around that. And a lot of times, that's why we cope and we do the shit, what I'm saying, that we do,
Uh-huh.
because we don't like to be by ourselves. We don't like to feel those feelings. We don't like to hear those thoughts. And, we don't even understand that that's what creates that healing. So, brother, that's how you find yourself. Whatever that looks like to you, whatever that peace is to you,
Yeah.
you go after that and you hold on to that. And that's what you be attached to.
Hmm. We got a comment that said a challenge what's and challenge what makes you uncomfortable. Like if it's a situation that you're in and it's making you feel uncomfortable, ask yourself,
Right,
why am I uncomfortable with this?
right,
You know,
right.
why? You got to really get in
Exactly.
touch with your feelings and your emotions and start asking yourself those questions.
Exactly. And I think I was raised by my father. I was raised in a household with my father and my brother. And I just remember growing up with, black men. They were never how my dad was. He was real strict. I never really seen emotion from him.
Hmm.
And he raised my brother the same way. And I think as black men, you guys don't really have an outlet, you know what I'm saying, to express yourself. So
Wow.
I think it's harder for y'all to even open up. So it's harder for y'all to even be leaders because you know what I'm saying, y'all rooted and conditioned to suppress y'all emotion. You know what I'm saying? So I think that y'all have to have a space to know that it's okay to do that. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? It's okay to cry. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to feel that. You know what I'm saying? You just don't stay there.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, y'all have to have a safe space in order to have that, in order to be leaders. If y'all don't have that, y'all can't be leaders.
Right. And we try to
You know what I'm
lead.
saying?
We try to lead
Yeah.
from that broken place. We
Yeah,
try
trying to
we
be
try to
tough in that wall, and it's like that's not gonna get you nowhere.
right, right.
It's not.
We got to come and
Yeah.
say if women feel safe, they will follow naturally.
Indeed. Indeed, Queen. Indeed. And like I said, we gotta do our work too. It's not all about, the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because you can have a broken queen. I've been her. You know what I'm saying? Where you want to play build a bear. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Instead of trying to fix the issues that you have in yourself, you think that you want somebody that's dealing with the same shit that you're dealing with.
Right.
You know,
Somebody that's
oh,
gonna
we gonna
tiptoe
over,
around your issue the same way
yeah,
you tiptoe
we gonna
around
overcome it
your
together. Yeah, we gonna overcome our trauma together. We gonna, we gonna heal. No, like no, let me get my shit together. You get your shit together,
issue. Mm-hmm.
and it's the powers that be. If we manifest each other, and that's what it's supposed to be,
Mm-hmm.
in our higher self, then that's what it'll be. But no, it's like I said, we play build a bear
Mm-hmm.
as women,
Yeah.
and then when we turn around and we play victim
Mm-hmm.
because the relationship is not right, and why do he keep doing this, and I don't understand that, and blah blah blah. No, because you put yourself in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of because 9 times out of 10, when a woman really sit back and she think about herself and all the issues that she's trying to fix in that man are the issues that she needs to fix in herself.
Whoa.
And we
Whoa.
don't like to admit that shit.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like to admit that.
So does that cause the perception that the man is not leading properly?
That's why I said, King, that that's a vague, that post is a deep post, but it's
Yeah.
vague because it depends on the mental of the woman,
Mm-hmm.
and it depends on the mental of the man.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you got a broken king, then what he's looking for, how he's leading, is gonna be wrong.
Right.
And if you got a broken queen, then what she's looking for in a man and how she's looking for him to lead is gonna be all wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And they gonna end up self-sabotaging at the end anyway, because it's already doomed
Right.
unless they can actually wake up and realize it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Sometimes that happens, but most of the time, that accountability word, we don't like to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, we don't like to be accountable to. We I don't know why we do that, but it's crazy. And I used to be like that. I used to play that victim card. You know, I will be any and everything to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't get that, knowing good and well how I felt, knowing good and well, my inner goddess was like, Eb, no.
Mm-hmm.
But I still did it because I'm like, nope, this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then I play victim and stuff, and it's like, no, I'm done willingly wasting my time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, no, you gotta be, if you're talking about growth starts within yourself. It starts with being accountable.
Mm-hmm.
And that means digging deep. That means understanding that every relationship you had, the other person was not the bad person.
Uh-huh.
Understanding that every job that you had, it wasn't the job all the time that was fucking up. You know what I'm saying? It's always accountability in everything. And
Yeah.
we don't like to do that because we like to try to act like we perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's not balance. To
Right.
me, it's not.
Right. Because you have to have some ownership in what it is you do.
Right.
Ownership in what you create. Some ownership, me as a man, I have to have ownership in my leadership and have to be able to look at my leadership and say, is my leadership successful or is my leadership failing?
Right.
And if
And
so,
be willing to change.
and be willing to change.
Yeah. And that's the thing. We don't like to say we wrong. That's why I don't like to say. I always say my saying is no boxes. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to think in no boxes. I don't like to be put in no box. Do not hold me to anything because my thought is always changing. I'm always growing. I'm always trying to be the best version of myself in my thought process, in every thought process, in every thought. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be the best version of myself. So that means something I might have said 5 minutes ago, you know what I'm saying? It might not be right now.
You might not be feeling that no more.
Y'all might not be feeling that no more. I might have came across some more information that, touched me and it enlightened me in a different way. And it's like, you know what? I'm not rolling with that. And I can be more accountable within myself to say that. You see what I'm saying? Not to be like, oh, I'm so right. You know what I'm saying? To where I'm not wrong. Like, what is right and what is wrong?
Yeah. I think a key point to that is being able to explain that, yes, I did think that, but now I think this, and this is the reason why.
It's called evolution. It's called growth. It's called evolve. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when I was just telling my little brother first, and then I was telling my king that I hate to say that you live day by day. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, you have to live thought by thought. Because if you live day by day, you're behind. You know what I'm saying? How many thoughts do you have in a day?
Countless.
Right. So you have to be able to cipher the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to cipher what's yours, what's not yours. And you have to be able to be accountable for that so you can be the best version of yourself, so you can manifest the things that's for you.
Right.
Because otherwise, you're going to keep manifesting the BS. You're going to keep manifesting your shadow.
Yeah. Ask yourself, am I creating this situation?
Come on now, because at the end of the day, we are all gods and goddesses, and we all create our own reality.
And we do.
Right. So being accountable. When you got a shitty relationship, exactly. Why is my relationship shitty? Yeah. What am I doing? You know what I'm saying? It's being accountable, and a lot of us don't like to do that. We want to be victim. We want to play victim, and then we want to hold on.
And we want to be right.
Right. We want to prove that we're right, and then we want to be the one that changed the person.
Yeah.
That's another thing. But yeah.
You can't change somebody else. Somebody else got to want to change on their own.
But a lot of people though, they don't understand that, and it's because like they bound by that's religion. People be like, just pray, Christians. I hate to say it, but pray for this and that person to change, and it's not. People don't understand that you cannot change nobody. You can only be an influence.
And somebody just asked, can you really change people? No.
That's my little brother.
Okay.
What's up, Jeremiah?
You can influence them.
You can influence. It.
You can show them what you have done to change yourself, and what I've done to change myself may not work for somebody else. They have to find the path of least resistance for their own change.
Exactly. And it's not going to work for nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. We be trying to follow other people's paths, and that's not it. You can take from it. You can humble yourself, be at the coattails, but you always supposed to tap into yourself and put your own perspective on it. Like I say, with that whole leadership, you have to be able to know yourself. You have to know your traumas. You have to be able to overcome your traumas. You have to be able to move in your power. You know what I'm saying? You have to be rooted in that. Can't nobody be able to move you and be like, no, this ain't right. Or you shouldn't be doing this, or why you thinking like that? Because I want to. That's why. You know, that's it. You know,
Because it's
not,
freaking me.
that's what I'm saying. Like that's the type of that's the type of leader, leadership that I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
To be able to lead yourself first and foremost. and
exactly.
and and understand the path that you are leading yourself on, or even ask yourself, am I leading myself or am I being led?
Right, right,
And if so, why am I following this leadership?
right,
I mean, it could be beneficial to you.
right. It is beneficial. It's all beneficial. It's growth.
Mhm.
I see you say the only person I should be working on is me. Exactly. And see, this is the thing. Like I always tell people, we so caught up in words and not understanding that words have several meanings.
Mhm.
I'm saying, and selfish to me, I think should be thrown out the dictionary.
Mhm.
You know, that should be thrown out people's vocabulary because if you manifest your reality, if you create your reality, if what you think turn into what you feel, and what you feel is what you vibrate, and what you vibrate is what you manifest, you bring it back to you. You
Mhm.
have to be your best version of yourself. It starts with your thoughts. So you have to work on yourself. You have to dig into yourself. You have to find your creative expression. You have to have all your chakras aligned. You got to be able to talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get there, when you're balanced, and balance is not all spiritual is not like all yogan, vegan, and all that. You know what I'm saying? People be
Uh-huh.
have they be out when they be thinking that. So no, I'm not vegan and none of that type of stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's about understanding that you are spirit first and you are physical second.
Mhm.
It's understanding that you are living in this physical body and you have emotions,
Mhm.
and that you can tell a person how you feel, and you just don't have to stay there. It's called balance. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying?
Yes.
And when you get there, you will manifest your perfect self
Mhm.
on whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I manifested my perfect, you know what I'm saying, a perfect physical manifestation in a man. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying? Because it took me to go through shit. It took me to understand myself. It took me to heal myself.
Mhm.
It took me to understand why certain songs bother me. It took me to understand, why certain areas piss me off, why I held on to certain stuff for so long. It took me to understand that,
Yeah. Those
you know.
those are the questions that we have to ask. And
Yeah,
I want to piggyback on what you said about we should eliminate the word selfish and how it has us so out of balance, because if everything comes from self, and
right.
you're being told not to be selfish, that means you take a direction from somebody other than yourself, and you're not going to get what you need for yourself or from
Exactly.
yourself. It's counterproductive to not
Exactly.
be
Exactly.
selfish.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. These words, we get so caught up in these words, and I tell people all that that's not what that means to me. That's not how I said it,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
tell the person in
yeah.
a heartbeat, like, yeah,
Not
nope,
that you
that's not my definition.
not that you can't get something from me, not that I won't give to you, but
Yeah,
I am selfish because it
yeah,
starts with me
yeah,
in order for me to be able to give
exactly.
to you.
Right, right. You like, yeah, it takes a lot. That's why I say that quote, that post, is deep.
It is. It
No, but at
is.
the same time, it's only as deep as you are.
Right. Right. Right.
So it's like it should be another question with that, like, what are you ready to submit to or
Ooh.
what?
Ooh. If y'all want to answer that, go ahead. What are you ready to
Yeah,
submit
it's
to?
some females out there, what are y'all ready to submit to?
Wow.
What are y'all offering?
Yeah.
Like that type of stuff. We as women be so quick to be like, this my man got to do this, and my king and my guy got to do this, and all this other stuff. Okay, but what are you offering?
Mm-hmm.
What are you bringing to the table? And I'm not talking about a 9 to 5, because that's coming and going. We all see with the economy now that could be snatched. So a title don't mean shit.
Uh-huh.
So again, what are you bringing to the table?
Yeah.
Are you healing? Are you speaking life? You know what I'm saying? Are you pouring?
Mm-hmm.
You know, That type of stuff. Are you affirming over your family, over your man? That type of stuff. What can you bring to the table to actually want this? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? We have to ask this accountability as women. We
Hmm.
have to ask ourselves that. We have to be honest with ourselves. Men, a real man, do not give a damn about all about your looks, because looks fade. Yeah, he wants you to keep yourself up and stuff like that, but a real man, that's gonna fade. What type of conversation are you having?
Right. Right. And
You
I
know,
I'll take it to the flip side. You spoke about what is the woman willing to submit to, and
yeah,
the flip side for the man, where are you leading this woman to?
right.
If you want to be the
What are y'all building?
if you want to be recognized as the head, where are you leading them to?
Come on now.
Do you
Exactly. Where
recognize
are you leading them to? What's y'all plan?
yeah.
That type of thing. What's y'all plan? Are y'all just working and saving? Y'all got y'all building, y'all buying property, y'all playing Monopoly. You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all traveling? What y'all doing? Y'all starting businesses? What are y'all doing? Is
Yeah.
the thing. It's so that's why that's a good question. Like, it's a lot of king and queen, and I need a leader, and I want my woman to be submissive, and I want this and I want that. To do what, sweetheart, beloved? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? To do
And,
what?
and
What are you
yeah.
doing?
And then what?
And then what?
And then
You know what I'm
what?
saying? What are we doing?
Yeah.
I think I did a video on something like that. Like, you get too old for just like Netflix and chill. What type of conversation? What type of empire are we building?
Yeah. Where is this going?
What do you see me?
Yeah.
Tell me. You know what I'm saying? Can we read together? That type of stuff. Can we have conversations outside of the phone?
Yeah.
Can
Outside
we
of
have
outside
conversations
of
without this TV?
exactly.
You
Outside
know
of
what I'm
that.
saying? Can we meditate together? Can we get each other healthy? Mind, body, and spirit. Are we talking like that?
For real.
These are conversations that need to be had, and folks not having these conversations.
Right.
Folks want to travel and post pictures for Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah. And not talk about what's really real.
And exactly. And not talking and be wondering why our divorce rate is so high, and why we having, single parent household is crazy.
Hmm.
And because we got a bunch of folks with trauma issues from their childhood having relationships.
Hmm.
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
And it's sad. And it's a epidemic with us.
Yeah.
And this ain't something new. This shit is deep rooted. You
Yeah.
know, it was put here. It was put in us. You know what I'm saying? To be like that.
Hmm.
So yeah.
D. Stentz, he said, I certainly will choose a beautiful woman based on her inner beauty versus her outer beauty.
Exactly. That's how it's supposed to be. Yes, that's how it's supposed to be.
Miss,
Because, what you say?
they then said, Miss K said, hurt people. And that
Yeah,
and that's a fact. If you got two people that's dealing with trauma and they in a relationship, they can't help but hurt each other because
right,
they haven't healed themselves, so they don't know how to help heal somebody else.
right. Exactly. And then, they throw shots and daggers at each other. Like I said, those are those build-a-bear relationships, because you think you can fix a person, and then you throw everything that you can into that person, that relationship, right? And then you
What you
end up
think they
becoming
need? What you think
what
they
you
need?
what you think they need. But it ain't even what you think they need, because you ain't even asked them what you think they need. It's what you need, and
Yeah,
you're giving it to them. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? You're giving them what you need, and it's a
Wow.
big difference. And when you do that, you become resentful, because you want the same thing in return. And when you don't get it in return, you become resentful. And then you hold on to this relationship, and you hold on because you feeling like it's gonna change, it's gonna change, it's gonna change, and it don't. And then
Oh,
what you end up doing, you end up breaking up on bad terms. You know what I'm saying? And then from bad terms, now you take that trauma, because you're playing victim as women. I'm talking to us ladies. You play victim, and then we go into another relationship. And yeah, this man looked different. He sound different, smelled different, everything different. But that cycle that you're in is not different. So you're gonna deal with the same bullshit
With another person.
with another person, different face. So then, like I say, that accountability word comes back. You gotta ask yourself, why am I dealing with this? Why am I manifesting this? Why is this my reality? And you gotta deal with your shit. You gotta get quiet. You gotta hit those thoughts. You gotta, if you smoke a drink, you gotta do that by yourself. Cut the music on, take a ride, whatever it is you need to do to clear your mind. That's what you need to do. Yes, love. I said build a bear. That's what we do. that's, that's what we do.
Yeah, yeah.
We like to, we as women, we are very nurturing. That's something that's a part of us. We want to fix everything. And women who have issues with attention, who didn't get enough attention when they were younger, as a child, and I can speak on this because I was one of them women. You seek relationships to where you need validation. You seek out the worst ones and you try to fix them. You know what I'm saying? You want to be the one that changed them. You want to be the one that everybody be like, oh, he wasn't like this until he got with her. He did this for her and all this other stuff. We just get a kick out of that shit, and it's crazy, and it don't go nowhere. Still to bear relationships, you know what I'm saying? It goes nowhere, and then we be simple and we be mad at him, and then the next three, because we don't want to admit what it is, and these are the issues that's within ourselves that we gotta fix.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've been there. Been there. This is speaking from experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Experience.
So let me ask you this: how can two people who have trauma heal?
First, it takes for them to be accountable and open with themselves. First, you have to admit that you need to heal. You got to admit that there's a wound that needs to be healed. That start with self. That don't start with somebody. It might start with you might have known it and felt it, but you might not admitted it, right? And then your spouse, you attract somebody who on the same path as you, and and your spouse tell you about this wound, and you feel it, and you like, this is true, and y'all heal together. You know what I'm saying? That's how I can see healing together. In that way. But you gotta admit that there's a wound that needs to be healed. If you don't admit that, you playing yourself.
Yeah. You gotta acknowledge it first and foremost.
Yeah, you have to acknowledge it. You definitely have to acknowledge it. If you don't acknowledge it, you playing yourself. If you want to act like you perfect, let me tell you something. Nobody is perfect.
Nobody.
I don't give a damn who you are. Nobody is perfect. We all have issues. I still have issues. Sometimes it takes me a couple days to talk about my issues. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting better at that. You know what I'm saying? Speaking on my shit, because I know that it's just growth for me. And even I'm so attached to my growth to the point to where I'm not worried about losing nobody or nothing, because what's for me is for me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if, like my king, if something is bothering me and I might feel like, it's petty, or I might feel like it might make me look jealous, or whatever the case is. But I tell them, hey baby, this bothered me, and this, I'm speaking on this and it's bothering me. Either two things gonna happen, but both of them is gonna work out in my favor.
Okay.
Either he is gonna hear me, he's gonna listen to me, and we're gonna meet halfway. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be respect. Or he's gonna say, fuck it, I ain't trying to hear that. And either way it go, guess what? It works out for me, because guess what? I know what you really about, and now I don't have to waste my time anymore.
Right.
Cut the tap.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's growth.
Yeah.
That's how you have to be attached to your growth.
Mm-hmm.
And to the point to where you're not attached to anything but your growth,
Mm-hmm.
because you know that what's for you is truly for you.
Right.
You cannot mess up like that.
Right.
That's how selfish, I hate that word, like
Mm-hmm.
selfless.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to say selfless you have to be or something,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So, yeah.
How hard is it to acknowledge that
Thanks, love.
something's not for you and walk away?
Oh, man, that takes practice. Whew.
Because,
Man,
but,
listen.
and I bring this up because before we could even get to dealing with trauma, sometimes, or I know I recognize in myself, I have trauma. And I
Right,
would defend it. Like, this is my trauma.
right,
I'm going to hold on to this.
right.
You know? So before I could open myself, I had to deal with that trauma first and then open myself up to say, okay, I like this, I don't like this. This is an
Right,
area that I'm not going to compromise in.
right. It's it comes to with your worth. You have to know what your worth is. That's how easy it'll be to walk away from shit that's not for you. You know what I'm saying? That should not be a question. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how intentional you got to be about yourself. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It should not be a question. If something is not for you, why are you negotiating with that?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you negotiating more trauma for yourself?
Mm-hmm.
This is stuff we got to think about. If you know this person is hurting you, if you know this job is draining you, you know what I'm saying? Why are you negotiating to stay with that?
Yeah. How can I get comfortable with what's making me uncomfortable?
Exactly. This is the shit that we it is conditioned to. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like,
This is the
how
shit
can
that
I
we
how,
conditioned to.
how can I hug a cactus and not get hurt?
Come on now.
I'm just trying to figure this part out. Because I gotta hug this cactus. That's what we think.
Right.
But no, you
So
don't.
exactly. And that's the thing. I don't know why we think like that, but that's what I'm saying. So when people be like, "Well, how is it so easy for you to just walk away?" Cuz like my family, I'm not going to lie. They call me the cutoff queen.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? They like, "Man, you is the cutoff queen. You just when you done, you are done."
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it took time for me to get here. I am proud of myself because I have allowed bullshit to stay around for a long time. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Now I'm at a point in my life to where I love myself so much. My worth is here
Mm-hmm.
to where if you throwing my vibe off, my frequency off, if you making me feel some type of way, and I'm not talking about just a person, I'm talking about a job, I'm talking about a car, I'm talking about a bill, a house. I don't give a damn what it is. If it's causing me too much stress to where it's changing my frequency and making me uncomfortable, you got to
Right.
move around.
Right.
You got to move
When you're
around.
changing who you are, who you know
You
you
have to
are.
move around. Why is that so hard for us to be like that for ourselves? We are attached to the wrong shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes from being conditioned to that from being a kid. You know, when you a kid, that's why like I raised mine's different. Um, what is that?
We think that we can
Yeah,
overcome and love the cactus. That one hit hard. Yeah.
yeah, man. We be trying to do a whole lot of stuff. We be trying to turn stuff into stuff. Um,
Yeah.
acting like we overcome. Hey, Kareem. Hey, sis. Acting like we fixing stuff, and we ain't fixing nothing, but we need to fix ourselves and not even understanding that.
And that could be a hard process because you have to look at yourself in the mirror and see how ugly you are sometimes.
Yeah, but you know what? You got to be gentle with yourself doing that. And
Yeah.
and this is I credit this to KRS-One. You know what I'm saying? Like I started following him early in my journey,
Mm-hmm.
and he said something that makes sense. He said that you time is an illusion. You are the same as you are, what I'm saying, when you were a child and in your future in this very moment. If you sit in your chair and you close your eyes, you can see your past. Then you can open your eyes and you can see the present.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can close your eyes and you can still see your future.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So when you understand that, you have to be gentle with yourself. You have to go back into your past and to that shit that hurt you,
Mm-hmm.
even if you allowed it to hurt you.
Yes.
You have to go back there because you didn't know the knowledge that you know now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't have the same understanding. So you got to go back there and you got to tell yourself that, like, man, I know this now. I didn't know it then.
Right.
But what? I'm not going to allow it to happen in the future. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's what I mean by being gentle with yourself. Like, we don't do that. We don't be gentle. We play shit in our head over and over again. Prime example. I'm pretty sure everybody that been cheated on. Okay. You could be in another relationship, and then you will sit there and think about something to come up, and you will think about the past of you being cheated on that don't have shit to do with what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? And then you sitting up there looking crazy, like, man. And it's like, why? Why? And then you be like, man, I should have did this. I should have did that. We all do that. Even that argument,
I should have
that
said
job
this.
we
I
wanted
should
to
have said
leave.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have said this. Damn, I should have, I should have said this. I should have. Why? You know what I'm saying? When you playing yourself, we are hurting ourselves when we
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
That's be gentle. Go back there. You see what you could have did. Now with this new understanding of yourself, this new knowledge, this new enlightenment that you have, you see how you could have moved different. And now when that opportunity or when that situation come up again, one, it's not going to come up again.
Mm-hmm. Because you're gonna avoid it because you're gonna see it before it get to you.
Exactly. And then if it do come up again, you can tap into that ego, that petty self, and you can say the shit that you wanted to say the first time. I mean, it's called balance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's very important to live in the present moment. That's very. You do got to go to the past and heal
right.
what was damaging in the past. And you do have to look to the future. But what we avoid is the present moment. But like you said,
right.
You could be in a whole different relationship with a whole different person, and you looking back on what somebody else did. You looking in the past, and you hurting yourself right now from something that's not even right now.
It's not even now. It's not even contributing. It's not doing anything. So now let's take that deeper. Imagine how many thoughts. That's what I'm saying. If you live day by day, we will be behind. If you live day by day, you have to literally live thought by thought and be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Because that's how deep it is. We battling our own thoughts. We battling our past thoughts. We battling our future fears that's rooted in our past.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And our present is like, we kind of like in this limbo here. You know what I'm saying? And we shouldn't even be in no limbo. We should be solid, present, aware, and moving.
Right. Right. We should be fully present.
Right.
And moving forward.
Right.
Into what we are manifested for ourselves because we know ourselves and where we want to go.
Right. Right. Exactly. There you go. Send healing energy to the past and keep it moving. Exactly. That's all you can do. Be gentle to your be gentle with yourself, Queen. You definitely got to be gentle with yourself. You got to go back there. You got to love on yourself. You got to be like, you know what? I didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see that then.
Right.
But I get down.
Right.
I never put myself in that situation now again because my worth is here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you should never be afraid to speak your truth in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? In no relationship, in anything, you should never be afraid to speak your truth or whatever because it's leading to your growth. You know what I'm saying? You're going to attract what's really for you. You know what I'm saying? Versus trying to hold on to something or I don't want to say this because this is going to be like that. No, I speak my shit.
Let it go.
Yeah, you like it or you don't. It is what it is. If it's not that I don't get upset. I get upset. I'm human. But I don't stay there.
Right.
I don't. It is what it is. I cuss you out with love and light.
Right.
And keep it moving.
Because that's how I was feeling.
Yeah.
I don't hate you, but this is what I was feeling at that moment.
Yeah.
Now you got
Yeah,
to,
that's
but
what balance
you
is.
gonna have to take it. We can talk about it later.
Right. We could talk about it later, or you could keep it moving. It don't matter.
Hmm. Yeah,
You know, that's how you gotta be.
that's tough though. That's tough.
It's tough, but you know what? When you get tired of hurting,
Hmm.
when you get tired of hurting yourself, when you get tired of hurting, you realize it. When you realize at the end of the night and you laying there in your bed and nobody's there and you thinking, where's this hurt coming from? And you realize that that shit is coming from you.
Hmm.
Oh, trust me, you move accordingly.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You move with intent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it becomes life or death. Because everything that's on the inside manifests on the outside.
Absolutely.
You know, so if you holding on and you harboring all of that energy, that resentment, that grief, that anger, that pain, those childhood issues, that trauma, you're gonna come out with issues, with health issues.
Hmm.
You're gonna manifest that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is universal, this is law. You know, and people don't know that. I don't know why people don't know that, but
Hmm.
you know, this is facts.
Right. 100%.
Yeah.
This.
There you go, disease, man. I'm telling you, people be thinking that it be other things, and it be like, no, your disease come from within.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Your disease is rooted in your trauma.
Yeah. You done said a mouthful.
I'm sorry.
I said you done said a mouthful. Yeah. We got we got about 2 minutes left. We got about 2 minutes
That's cool.
left.
That's cool.
This has been a pleasure. I have learned so much. I hope that everybody who's listening has learned something. Uh, go follow Black Bonnie on Instagram. If you want to connect with her, she gonna keep it lit.
You're so silly.
Yeah, yeah,
I appreciate you, Ray. I appreciate you allowing me to come on your show and, to be able to speak my piece on stuff, and I hope people was able to get some healing from it, get some type of understanding.
absolutely, absolutely.
And y'all go follow Ray and see what he doing. He got a lot going on.
Hey, the razor wire for those that aspire
Yeah.
to go higher. Yeah, that's what we do. I think tonight we went just a little bit higher, a little bit higher.
Yeah.
We got to go deep first. If you got to go down if you want to elevate. That's how I see it. You got to dig deep into
Yes.
yourself. I see the hearts going up. We thank
I
y'all.
see it too. I see.
We thank y'all all for joining us. I'm going to save this on my story, so if anybody missed it, they came in at the tail end, y'all could watch it on the Razor Wire live story. Thank you, Black Bonnie.
Yeah, I
Oh,
appreciate you. Thank you for allowing me to come on here. Anytime. We got to do this again.
oh, most definitely. Most definitely. This has been fantastic. This has been wonderful. So what you going to leave us with? Close us down.
Oh man, I guess you well, you know what? I just wish everybody peace and blessings. I hope everybody understand that spirituality is a path of your own. Nobody can point you in the right direction. You have to tap within yourself. You gotta dig deep. You gotta go within your shadows. And it's only growth. Do not fear that. It's only growth. And when you do it, be gentle with yourself.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We got 30 seconds left. I'm going to say peace
Ashe Queen.
and blessings to everybody. Join us here next Friday on the Razor Wire for those that aspire to go higher. Until then, love yourself and love everybody else. We'll talk to y'all later. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you. See
Yep.
y'all later.
Yep.
All right.
Peace.